Hello and welcome to Pentiment. This game got announced at E3 earlier this summer. It's from Obsidian Studios, and I have intentionally avoided reading or seeing or hearing or finding out in any possible way any information about this game since that day because I was blown away by what I saw. All I know, or at least what I think I know, is that this is like a medieval murder mystery with this beautiful, like, medieval manuscript art style. It does not look like what we're seeing here. I think we're going to dive into this book, maybe. I have not read anything. I have not looked at anything. The game came out yesterday. I was out of town for some family stuff, but now I'm back. And I was planning on streaming this game, but I think I'm just not in a situation right now in my life where I could reliably have a set stream schedule. So I think I'm just going to do a YouTube series. I'm already doing an every other day thing with Saturnalia, although that has been interrupted, as all of my videos were interrupted by this unexpected trip out of town, but that should go back to normal. I'm going to record presumably a few episodes of this tonight, and that'll give me a nice backlog, and then hopefully I can get Saturnalia back on track. I already recorded some Victoria 3 episodes, so that's going to go back to its everyday release, because that's our main thing right now. Depending on how much I love this game, I might just record a whole bunch of it over the course of a few days and wind up releasing it every day because I have a huge backlog of it. We will wind up seeing. I have no idea how long this game is. I can't imagine it's terribly long. You know, maybe 10 to 15 hours, but it's probably more in the 5 to 10 range, just trying to go off of what kind of game I think this is, but that's the beauty of knowing nothing going in. So why don't we dive in? Also, let me know how the audio is. I tweaked some of I lowered the music volume quite a bit and the master volume a little bit before I started recording. Let me know if it's too loud, too quiet, if my voice is too loud or too quiet, and all that good stuff. Easy read fonts. This game uses stylized fonts and writing effects that may be difficult for some readers. The easy read fonts often... Well, I'm not doing a good job. The easy read fonts option improves legibility by disabling some fonts and writing effects. I can use stylized fonts or easy read fonts. I'm going to use the stylized fonts because I trust myself, and part of me is like, for YouTube, you know, you want to appease as many people as possible. But since I'm going to be reading things out loud, presumably, if you can't read it yourself, then you could just listen to me say it. I might... let me know what you think. Do you want the easy to read font? Because I know if you're watching on a phone or a tablet or something, it'll probably be really hard to read some of these stylized fonts. But presumably you would just be listening to me anyway. So if I were playing by myself, I would definitely be using stylized fonts, and I'm gonna do it because I'm a bastard and I want to do it. I'm gonna do what I want to do. But if I get some feedback saying, hey, no, I can't read the stuff and I want to be able to participate, I totally understand. So I would be willing to switch if there was a demand for it. First, and let's also just like see. Maybe I'll get into this and be like, oh yeah, the stylized fonts are too much. Like, I thought they sounded cool, and then, like, it's just really annoying. That's Latin. I was going to try to read it, and then I was like, that's not English. In principio erat verbum. What am I doing here? I have a rock. Oh, I'm erasing. I don't know if this is a game meant for controller or mouse and keyboard. Obviously, I'm sure it can do both. It's a Obsidian game. Like I said, it's a Microsoft first-party game. It's on Game Pass. So I'm sure there's exquisite Xbox controller support, as you see the Xbox Game Studios on the screen. God, look at this. It's beautiful. Obsidian is such a good studio, man. Even though I'm going to be honest, I didn't love Outer Worlds. I love Outer Wilds. It's a different game. Outer Worlds, I like the idea of, but in practice I was pretty disappointed by. But I'm excited for the sequel now that they have... because Outer Worlds was developed almost entirely when Obsidian was an independent studio. Microsoft bought them that year that the game came out. So they didn't really have the Microsoft budget when they were making Outer Worlds. I'm hoping for the sequel they take things up several levels with their newfound financial resources. And the first one was a success, I believe, in terms of, like, it was critically well received, which confused me, but lots of people liked it, and it sold decently well, and it was on Game Pass and all that stuff. So hopefully the second one just is better in all areas. Because, like I said, I did like the core of it. It just was very repetitive, and I don't know. Anyway, we're not here to talk about the Outer Worlds. We're here to look at this Beautiful medieval manuscript. I love, you don't see credits in a video game. Oh, wait, hold on. Bavaria, Holy Roman Empire, April 1518. Tasting, is that what that says? An artist sleeps. I've already fallen victim to the stylized fun. An artist's mind. Yeah, you don't see credits at the beginning of a video game very often. I'm a big fan of that. But make people think about the amount of time and effort that goes into this. Holy crap, it is loud. And the abbot said to me, Andreas, turn the volume down. Ambient sounds gotta go down. Music gotta go down. Sounds. I don't. Why did they make the game so much louder than the main menu? And the abbot said to me, Andreas. Oh, so I didn't realize we were going to be choosing dialogue. I don't want you distracting the sisters in the library. I need you to finish this commission by the end of April. Keep the conversations with Brother Piero. Why are you underlined? Because you're someone's name, I guess? To a minimum. Well, what did the abbot say to me, Andreas? I think he said, I don't want you distracting the sisters in the library. Saint Grobian. Hee hee, up to the devil's work again, are you? Dude, I'm already so into this. Don't encourage him. I didn't even see her up there. Honestly, I didn't see the king either. I just saw these three guys. Socrates. Excuse me. I thought, what is Socrates doing here? Is this the Socrates? Are we inside an... We're in an artist's mind, right? So I guess that makes sense. Devotion to one's work can yield pleasures of the mind superlative to those of the body. Either you need to spend time with more exciting lovers, or I need to learn how to work the Socrates way. Hee hee. How did you reply to the abbot? Andreas, Prester John. Okay, yeah, I think we're for sure, like, in my dream. I apologized and said I'd be more mindful. I said it's not my fault that God made me this handsome. And I ignored him, which is what the comment merited. I would say it's not my fault that God made me this handsome. Hee 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 hee. I don't know why... I don't know how to... There's no way to say hee hee without sounding ridiculous. Like, haha, I feel like you can say and just be like, okay, he's saying haha. You're insufferable. Alas, this Christian faith views desire less favorably than I did in my time. Oh, views desire. I was thinking desire like the verb, but they're saying desire the noun. Oh? Perhaps this longing for you will instill in them a greater appreciation for beauty. I think these fonts are okay so far. Right. Try telling that to the abbot next time, Andreas. Hee hee. Despite the abbot's ire, you must endure. Soon you will have finished both the abbot's work as well as your masterpiece. And then you will return to Nuremberg, where marriage and your new life as a master await you. Yes, marriage to someone he has never met. Hardly ideal. Well, the alternative is becoming a philosopher. Oh, Jesus. Then you should definitely get married. Is she pretty, at least? Alright, so God and Jesus were both in red. So it seems like biblical figures, or religious figures, are going to be in red. Names of regular people might be underlined. Is she pretty, at least? That's what my brother said in his letter, but maybe he's just trying to lift my spirits. The small portrait they sent was lovely, but we artists can be flatterers. Oh, who knows? That's not why I'm doing it anyway. I'll say the small portrait they sent was lovely, but artists can be flatterers. It is growing late. The wheel of time stops for no man, Andreas. I fear you must leave us. Ah, true, your majesty. Will you visit me again soon? Hopefully, but it's out of my control, your majesty. I don't know, your majesty. Well, I can't always dream of this place, your majesty. I will say hopefully, but dreams are fickle. As are many things, trust in providence. Grobian, please see Andreas safely home. Dude, I'm so down for whatever was about to happen. Of course, your majesty. Until next time, Andreas. Until next time, your majesty. Yes! Give it to me! Look at this art, bro! Are you for real? Pay no mind to the other fools, Andreas. I could look at this screen for 20 minutes. I was like, what the hell is that noise? This... It's like the, those people in Cult of the Lamb. That feels like forever ago when we were doing that. What an amazing game. I never do. Ow! At least I would if they'd stop stepping on my feet. Watch where you're going. This, what's the name of the, like, little elf guy in Legend of Zelda? He reminds me of him. Hee hee? They're fools, Andreas. No point in trying to teach them anything. I know old John wants you to endure the abbot's shit, but since I take you home, I get the last word. Don't let him run you ragged, boy. I won't. The abbot can't push me around. He's just trying to keep order in the abbey. I'm an outsider. It will be fine. I don't want to cause any trouble. I'll say he's just trying to keep order in the abbey. Right, an outsider he brought in. If he wants your work, he has to deal with you as you are. Good point, Grobian. You piece. Watch where you're going. Yeah! Would you please stop? Oh, please is highlighted now. So it's not just religious names. I give up. Take me home, Grobian. Hee hee. As you wish, Andreas. Here we are. Good morning, Ursula. Is Ursula a German name? I guess that makes sense. I've never really thought about it. I've been saying this. Time to get up. Chapter 1. The Baron. April, 1518. A few more pages back to the Abbey. Alright, so we can open our quest log. Oh, look at this. Although, how do I actually, like... Oh, QE, page, WS, group, AD, section. But, looks like I don't have any pages, groups, or sections to go through. Then we could do tabs. That's kind of an annoying button to reach. It's on the other side of the keyboard. Libris, journal, map, people, glossary. Nuremberg, free imperial city of the Holy Roman Empire, major trade center and city of arts, including printing. People. Piero, brother Piero of Verona. That's the guy who told me to leave the girls alone. Artist of Kisarau Abbey, known for his... Alright, we might have to leave the stylized fonts behind. Known for his kindness and helpful nature. Brother Piero is also respected as a master painter, specializing in works of extraordinary color. Right, stylized fonts are back in a big way. So here's the Kearsarge Abbey. I think that's a K. I can't really tell. Yeah. Alright, cool. Is the star where I am? I'm in the scriptorium. I suppose that makes sense. I'm an artist of some sort. And then here is the outer tasting, which I guess is the name of the county or region we're in. Tasting. Cool. And then here's the city, I suppose. Where is the abbey in the city? To town. To abbey. Okay, up here. I wish I could use my pointer, my mouse. I don't know why I call it a pointer. It makes me feel 100 years old. I wish I could use my mouse to like show you where I'm looking, but you can see in the top right, there's the abbey above the charcoal burner, the charcoal burner, and left of the shrine of Saint Satya. Okay, but I can't tell within casting where that would be. Anyway, let's look at the journal and then we're done here. Prime Hour 6. Alright, is prime... I don't know what prime means. I'm sure it's like an old term for something. Another day, another few pages for the abbot, and hopefully a few for myself. I need to get across town and head to the abbey so I can start work at the scriptorium. I really should clean this up. Okay, well, can we do that? The Picatrix, Key of Solomon, the Heptameron, Prior Ferenc, keeps giving me... all of these books to read. Okay, thank God. I thought that would be, like, lost forever. Alright, so that's another guy. We have Prior, Piero and Prior Ferenc. I should clean this up. Go to bed. No, thank you. And down to the Gartner house, I believe was my name. Hello, Ursula. Andreas Pipst. You said it, sister. What did it say? Gertner. Okay, that must be my last name. Andreas Gertner. Hello, Clara. Good morning, Andreas. Did you sleep well? Quite well, actually. Thank you. Ordinary as far as sleeping goes. Not well, but there's nothing to be done about it now. I would say ordinary as far as sleeping goes. Well, as long as you didn't sleep poorly. Anyway, I know you'll be off to the Abbey, so I packed you some food. Thank you. Almonds, cheese, and some of the rye you like from Albans. That sounds pretty damn good to me. Otto wanted me to ask you to join him for dinner at the Abbey. Alright, there's another character. Otto stopped by. Eva. So I assume that's our daughter? Yes, around dawn. I was expecting her to say around town, and then I saw the D, and then I said it out loud, and I was like, that doesn't make any damn sense. Alright, what have you got? Anyways, like I said at the beginning of this video, I know nothing about this. I think it's a murder mystery, based on the trailer I saw like 5 months ago. Here you are, Andreas, but I don't actually know. That's too kind of you, Clara. Many thanks. I'll be nice. Master Andreas. Oh, okay, maybe you're not my wife if you're calling me Master. Although maybe that's just like a medieval thing. I don't know. It wouldn't be too much trouble. Could we... Would it be too much trouble if you paid next month's rent today? Oh, she's like my landlady. Or, like, she like, owns the place we live, I guess. So maybe that's not my kid. Maybe that's just, like, maybe that's her kid. And if we raised it by 2 groschen? I hate to ask, but we're behind on our taxes to the Abbey. 2 months behind. Peter's losing his hair over it, even more than usual. Alright, Peter, Otto, Ferenc, and Piero. I'm never going to remember all these names. Of course, it's no problem at all. Besides, we wouldn't want Peter to lose any more of his precious hair. I suppose that's not out of the question. Yes, I think I can manage that. I can't promise anything. I'll see what I can do while I, wait, were these taxes unexpected? I'm not sure how to... What? Well, I want to see what this is. I'm not sure how to respond to this. Rent wasn't due until the beginning of May. So we can, like, think to ourselves. Interesting. Okay. Be generous, Andreas. You can spare the money and it will ease their burden. You must take the consequences of inaction into account. Oh, so this is like the people in my head. Dude, this is so cool. So that's Socrates, I think. That's Saint Grobian, and that's Beatrice. What is this shit? Don't they pay taxes every year? Why is this falling on you to fix? Well, you must take... I don't want this to choose for me. I just want to see... Because I was going to pick either the I think I can manage or the we'll have to see. Like one of the middle options. But, I'm going to go for the middle one. You are under no obligation to pay, but the Gartners will suffer for it. I keep thinking it's going to automatically progress, but I have to manually progress it. I want to help them, but I don't want to be taken advantage of. Alright, then yes. So basically we're going to go down the path I was saying. That's a really cool mechanic. I can't promise anything, I'll see what I can do. I suppose that's not out of the question. I think I can manage that. I think we'll go with this one. We're so grateful, truly, Andreas. I apologize again for asking. It's just, typo. It's just... Oh, what?! They boomed me! I thought that I got them, but they got me. I got you, Batman! It's just awful to be stuck in such a position. I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm so giddy over this. This is just like such my kind of game. Our taxes get harder to pay every year. Peter works hard, but it just never seems like it's enough. St. Luke bless you for helping us out. Speaking of St. Luke, how is your masterpiece coming along? It's been 2 months now, hasn't it? Slowly, I'm afraid. Most of my days are spent working for the Abbey. It's only during the Divine Office that Prior Ferenc allows me to work on my masterpiece. during the Divine Office. I wish I could, like, hover over the underlined stuff and get more information. I don't know what the Divine Office is. A reasonable restriction, but slow going. The City Council doesn't require it to become a master. I'm making it mostly to show clients and for my own sake. And yes, when I do finish, I will go back to Nuremberg, where I will marry and open a workshop of my own. From Nuremberg to a university, and now to traveling the world as an artist. What a life you have ahead of you, Master Andreas. Yes, I suppose it does feel like I'm starting a new chapter in my life. After a few missteps, some wandering, a little too much fun. We'll say some wandering. I don't want to go down the middle path every time, but early on I don't want to like paint myself into any corners before I understand what's going on. It must be rather frightening, starting all over again. I owe it to my family to make something of my life. It is, but I know now that this is what I want to do. Damn, that hits a little too close to the bone. This will be remembered. Not many people get to decide that. Alright, wasn't expecting you to, like, hit me right in the feels, Andreas. Certainly not anyone in Tessing. Anyway, I don't know anything about art, but I've seen you sketching such beautiful things in your little book. Your masterpiece must be wonderful. So I guess the masterpiece is the one I'm working on for the private one, and then I'm also doing one for the Abbey. So when they say I can only do it in Divine Office, they're saying they're only letting me work on my personal one in the Abbey, even though I'm also working on a manuscript for the Abbey. Okay, now I think I understand. It is. It's my finest work. It's getting there. Well, it's hard to say until it's done. Well, of course, it's my finest work. Good. It makes me glad to see some confidence in the men around here sometimes. Now, I have to get back to my own work. Have a good day at the Abbey, Andreas, and we'll see you after Vespers for supper. What the hell is Vespers? Is that like, that must be like a religious thing, like an evening service or something? Not tonight, but thank you. Klaus Drucker invited me over for supper. Of course. Please say hello to the Druckers for us. Of course. Until later, Clara. That was a long conversation. Of course I'm going to talk to Ava. Hello, Andreas. That's all you have to say? We just printed a damn Bible with the conversation we had. I can't even respond to you? Let me see what Ursula says. Under just as I suspected. Alright. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Oh, okay. Hello, Big Jorg? Morning, Andreas. Big Jorg. That is the greatest name ever. I was about to say I wonder how open this game is. Like, I'm hoping it's fairly linear. Otherwise, I'm going to get, like, absolutely lost in the sauce. Morning, Big Jorg. You can't be saying that. You can't just go up to someone and say, Morning, Big Jorg. You working today? Just taking a rest for a bit. Dad's still in the field. He hit a big rock with the plow, and it took me Lord knows how long to pull it out. You off to the Abbey? Every day but Sunday. Right. Thank God for Sundays. Smells like a storm's coming, no? Just smells like fresh alpine air to me. You've been traveling too much. Where was it you spent after your Wanderjahr before coming to Tassing? Ooh. So I could have gone to Basel, which is in Switzerland. Andreas knows some Italian and French and can reference cultural touchstones from Basel and nearby Bern, Zurich, and Freiburg. Pick a background that will affect your character's choices going forwards. Press and hold to confirm your choice. Andreas knows some Dutch and French and can reference cultural touchstones from Antwerp, Bruges, and Ghent, Flanders. Or Andreas knows Italian and a little Greek and can reference cultural touchstones from Florence, Venice, and Milan. God, that's so... I want to pick all of them, man! So we're obviously speaking German, because we're in Bavaria. Did I really... like... So me, personally, I really want to choose one of the options with French. Because I studied French for 7 years, and I like French, and it would be cool. But, so if there was a if there was like a Paris option, I would go for that. But... all of these, you know, they all make sense within the context of this history, which is why they're options. I feel like Italy, so this is like what, like 1518? You know, the Renaissance is in full swing, has been in full swing, maybe is winding down, depending on your definition. So it would make sense for him to go to Florence and Venice and Milan if he's an artist, an artiste. Bavaria, during this time, was an independent kingdom, right? But part of the Holy Roman Empire. The northern Italian states had yet to break away from the Holy Roman Empire. Flanders, a Dutch, obviously, like, has a big tie to German culturally, or just like linguistically. Italian and French. So I can do Dutch and French, Italian and Greek, or Italian and French. Florence, Venice, and Milan. Bern, Zurich, and Freiburg. I mean, like, Bern, Zurich, and Freiburg stay in the, like, Alpine region, because, you know, we're in, like, southern Germany, near the Alps of Switzerland and Liechtenstein and Austria and stuff. I don't know if that's the Alps. Like, obviously the Alps are, like, on the border of France and Switzerland and Italy, but, like, is that what also extends to the east? I guess it is. Yeah. Okay. Never mind. I don't know why this is such a hard decision for me. I think I'm gonna go. I'm between Basel and Italy. I'm gonna go Basel. I just need the French. Over in Switzerland, Basel mostly. Swiss air must be different then. Spend enough time in these mountains, and you'll be able to smell a storm coming. How long will that take? 10, 15 years? I don't think I have that long, Big York. I can't. What'd you spend all that time in Switzerland doing anyway? Well, that's a good question. Other than art, I mean. Alright, this is more background stuff. Hedonist. Andreas seeks out pleasure wherever he goes. He's extremely loyal, or social, and quite experienced in all the enjoyable vices of the world. So we said to Carlera, I believe was her name, that we had, you know, we were doing one thing, and now I know this is what I want to do. So clearly I was doing something else. So I don't think hedonist really fits with that. I feel like he tried to go down a different career path. Like maybe a craftsman. He lives to work and dedicates all of his time to art. Andreas spends all of his non-working free time finding and reading as many books as he possibly can. That makes sense, I suppose, but also feels like maybe, how would that change? Andreas has a penchant for getting involved in petty schemes, pranks, minor crimes, and fistfights, or Andreas devotes much of his time to self-promotion, optimizing business expenses, making investments, and balancing his books. So normally I wouldn't want to choose this. I think you know, like hedonist or bookworm or even rapscallion would be much more interesting. But I feel like this makes sense with what we said to Clara. Like, it's like, you know, we were doing business and now we've pivoted. But this is all in the present tense. So, like, I don't want this to, like, currently be the case. But I like the idea of this, like, we tried to go into business and realized it wasn't for us. We're gonna do that and see how this evolves. Learning how to run a business. The art will come with time, but how to manage finances, deal with clients. I have to secure my place in the world when I become a master. That's going to come from coin. See, like, that's not really what I had in mind. You're a smart man, Andreas. Wish I could say the same in my anyone in my family knew anything about business. That's not really what I wanted him to be like. You know, I was in business, but now I'm like, fuck that. That world sucks. I don't want to do that. Most years we barely have enough to get by. The peasant's lot, I suppose. Anyway, I have to get going. York! Let's go. Alright, Peter, that's the guy that owns the inn, or whatever this place is. So you're the son of Peter and Clara, I guess? Dad's already acting like I'm taking too long, even though I did all the work to get that rock out. See you later, Andreas. What? See you later, Big York. Okay. I don't want to go to the town just yet. I want to talk to Peter, if I can. Andreas! Oh, so you're like Eva? So is Eva and Big York siblings, I would guess? Ill Peter. Excuse me. Peter and Ill Peter? Bless you. God bless you. My man's looks a little worse for wear. Is he bleeding? Why is he, like, outlined in red? Andreas? Just because we're talking to him, maybe? Oh, he didn't know my name. Oh, yes, Andreas. This weather's been god-awful. This town's going to shit since my days. Or gone to shit. I don't think the townsfolk can do much about the weather. Were things very different when you were young? As different as beer and piss. That's pretty different. But also not really. Especially back in this time. The old abbot didn't bother us much about our customs. He didn't mind if we left a little offering to Perkta to keep the skies clear, the weather fair. So you were leaving like pagan offerings in the 1400s. In southern Germany? That's a very that's shocking to me, but I mean I'm not an expert, so sure. If this was like the 600s, sure, I would buy that. But in the 1400s, I wouldn't expect that. Matthias knew that Christ was in our hearts, even if the White Lady's name was on our lips. So yeah, Perkta, or whatever her name, must be the White Lady. The church banned all observances of pagan gods, ill Peter. What sort of old customs? I thought St. Moritz protected Tassin. You think that spirits have been fouling the weather since no one follows the customs anymore? Sharper than you look, eh? Well, it's literally what you just said, so I don't know about that, but sure. Saints weren't the first to watch over Tassin. My fathers know that. Old Ranning Kimper know that. Rannig. That bastard abbot may not like it, but some of us keep the traditions alive. Like that old widow, Otilla. I won't mention that at the Abbey. What do these traditions entail? When you get up in the night to take a piss, go around the right side of the house and never go back the same way. That way the witches don't steal your soul. Of course, it makes perfect sense. How interesting. I should go. Yeah, I think I should. Alright, God bless you. Don't you mean White Lady bless me? Alright, so we're about 30 minutes in, and we're about to leave. We can't even go this way, so yeah, we only have one option. We can... Oh, oops. I did not mean to do that. I want to do... So we can slow down. I think I'm going to do this for a little bit. And yeah, next time you see me, we will be heading to the town commons. I'm all the way in on this kind of game. The art is beautiful. The sound effects, lovely. The setting, right up my alley. I'm very intrigued. I'm very pleased so far. And hopefully you are as well. And if you are, since this is the first video of a new series, please, please, please leave a like, subscribe, and comment. Let the algorithm know that this is something people should watch and that I should continue making more of this and that we should go the distance with this game. So thank you, and I will see you guys again next time. Bye-bye.